Sometimes there is a case for having a flagship for a winery, or a flagship for a region, or for a country, or something like that. It does the spade work for everyone else that follows afterwards. You think of Cloudy Bay in New Zealand. You could possibly argue that Something Angel in Provence has done a similar job recently as well. It's not quite the case that this next wine is one of those, but it has become, in Ireland anyway, the best-selling Albarino, or best-selling Rías Baixas wine that in the country, which is pretty cool in some way. And then other ways people think, oh, I've seen that one before, I've had it before. And I hadn't had it for a long time, and when I tried it recently, I was really impressed and very surprised, and then did a bit more digging and realised just how popular and what a big selling wine it is here. Anyway, it's really cool, because not only has it got cool packaging, it's got quite an easy name to remember, Paco and Lola. It doesn't say and, it's got an ampersand in the middle, so it could Paco e Lola, Paco y Lola, Paco e Lola, und Lola, and all those things. It's a really lovely wine, and it's an interesting story. What happens when wealthy business people go and set up a winery? Well, one of a number of things can happen, and if they don't listen to the people that supply them, they could be in real trouble. Rías Baixas is interesting because not many wineries themselves own a huge amount of land, which is to say they don't control the supply of grapes themselves. They depend on family wine growers, grape growers, to supply them over what are normally long-term contracts. One of the largest wineries in Rías Baixas only owns enough to make a third of its wine. It's a third of its total production. So they depend very heavily on a lot of grape growing families to supply them. And that's the case here. This winery was established in 2005, and it now has 400 families supplying the winery from various different areas. So the business guys were like, well, we want to make our own winery, get a cool brand. Well, that's fine, but where are you going to get the grapes from, and how are you going to make sure the wine is really good? Great supply of grape growing farmers and families. So that's how they've survived. It's now the biggest cooperative in Rías Baixas, which is important because it supports a huge number of families and their livelihoods. The wine is delicious. Like, it's Albarino, so it tastes a little bit of peach, a little bit of apricot, a little bit of white apple. But for me, this has got a lovely sort of pink grapefruity characteristic to it as well. Really refreshing and makes your mouth water, yet it coats your mouth as well with this lovely dense kind of textural skin that Albarino often has, making it really good with food. Especially good if you can get them. Really good squid, really good seafood platter, mixed stuff. Paco and Lola is very good. It's the one with the dots on it if you're stuck, and I think you're going to love it.